I think I spent the best moments of my high school life, even though I just studied here for a few months. And now I want to learn more and to experience more things here and to see myself grow in this school.
My 6 years in Rizal High School was indeed great. It helped me turn myself into the best of me. I could say that Rizal High School ensures that every Rizalian should excel in different aspects of being a great citizen. And now that I'm about to graduate, it is such an honor to be a Rizalian.
Rizal High School, who was formerly known as Pasig Secondary School, was formally established on October 1st, 1902. The first educators to teach in Rizal High School were Mrs. Click Scruton and Mr. Stewart Laughlin, who is also known as the first principal of the Rizal High School.
Pasig Secondary School started its academic journey by housing 28 pupils in a 30 by 30 meter room. By 1913 to 1914, Pasig Secondary School managed to acquire a spacious site composed of 10 individual lots, totaling 63,707.41 square meters. The site was then later used for the establishment of another building.
It was during 1915, after the completion of the second building of the name Pasig Secondary School, was modified and permanently changed into Rizal High School.
And by 1980, the first graduating class of Rizal High School were produced. The class composed 34 students, and among them were the 2 graduates who later distinguished themselves in their chosen professions.
Other notable graduates of Rizal High School include former Senate Presidents Neptali Gonzales and Senator Jovito Salonga, former Senator Rene Sagisag, Maestro Lucius San Pedro, and national artist Carlos Botong Francisco, to mention a few. On January 2nd, 1942, Japanese forces sent word that they would occupy Pasig City that afternoon. People panicked, not knowing what plight there might be. The Japanese then occupied Rizal High School compound, transforming it into a garrison which housed their soldiers, including tanks, vehicles, and other military equipments.
However, during World War II, the carpet bombing employed by the American Liberation Forces destroyed Rizal High School.
But that did not stop Rizal High School from achieving its goal in producing lifelong.
And by 1949, the reconstruction of Rizal High School was completed, and it was then prepared to house students for once more.
As of now, Rizal High School covers about 6.7 hectares of land and considered one of the largest secondary schools in the world.
It houses not less than 11,000 students, including both junior and senior high school students. In 2011, the Department of Education made a historic implementation of shifting from 10-year basic curriculum to K-12 in phases.
The added 2-year senior high track aims to equip you with knowledge and skills that will help you prepare better for your chosen path, be it higher education, employment, or entrepreneurship.
As a response to the implementation of K-12, Rizal High School has constructed additional buildings and facilities in order to accommodate the different tracks and strands that will be offered.
Currently, senior high school was successfully implemented 4 new buildings that curriculum to harbor both junior and senior high school students.
One of the newest buildings is the Maribel Andayo Eusebio building, intended to house the senior high school students.
This 6-story building was inaugurated last July 15, 2017, comprising a basketball and tennis court and facilities that are purposely built for different tracks and strands offered by RHS.
We also have another new building that was named after Honorable Ricky C. Eusebio, the Congressman of Pasig City, and inaugurated last March 21st, 2018. This is also constructed to effectively implement the K-12 curriculum that provides the needed facilities and classrooms to the senior high students of Rizal High School.
There is also the Romulo building that was named after Honorable Romulo Romulo, the former congressman of Pasig City from the years of 2007 to 2016. It houses the junior high school students, especially those who are in the 7th grade.
SEDP building right behind you was renovated from a 2-story building to a 4-story building that provides classrooms and houses students from junior high. And right here on the left was the Rufino Javier building.
It is also known as the RJ New building with 9 classrooms, also houses junior high school students and was built in 1992 as funded by the Public Works Development.
The Neptali Gonzalez building was named after the RHS illustrious alumnus, former Senate President Neptali Gonzalez.
The building, which has 24 classrooms, became operational in 1999. Some 18.5 million pesos, which came from the CDF of the senator, was spent for this 4-story building.
The Computer Building Administration and Library was inaugurated in the year 2000. The 5-story building houses the administrative office, library, and computer rooms for the junior high school students.
The PPE buildings were named after the mayor of Pasig City Center PU Center. Phase 2, or the left side, was inaugurated on June 1st, 2001 to pave the way for the opening of classes for school year 2001 to 2002. It has 24 classrooms, 2 of which are allotted for the supply and maintenance office. Phase 3, or the right, was inaugurated on June 29, 2001. It has 19 classrooms, a robotics room, and a toilet for boys.
These buildings house the grade 10 students of Rizal High School.
The gymnasium has undergone facelifting to minimize heat penetration and lessen noise during games and school programs. It has 4 bleachers at both sides of the stage, in front of the stage and at the end. It can accommodate more than 3,000 spectators. This was built during the time of the late Mayor Emiliano Caruncio Jr.
The Isidro Rodriguez, or IR building, left wing, was once home to the Rizal Technological University. Currently, it houses the grade 11 senior high school students. Stretching its long halls beside the Marikina River, the IR right wing houses the junior high school students. And this building was inaugurated in the year 1974.
The Amang Hall is a 22-classroom building that was built in 1966. It is located facing Dr. Sixto Antonio Avenue near the school's BK, named after Eulogio Amang Rodriguez. It houses junior high school students.
As of today, it is the oldest building in Rizal High School that is still operational.
Rizal Hall, built in 1968, has 32 classrooms and houses the junior high school students and was funded by the Rizal government.
This newly refurbished oval is used for athletic activities.
District, division, regional, and national games are held in this oval. The modernization of this oval is one of the priority projects of Mayor Vicente P. Some 50 million was spent by the Pasig City government for this endeavor. It was inaugurated on June 29, 2001.
Lastly, the Alumni Hall was built in 1990 as funded by the Rizal High School Alumni Association.
It covers a floor area of 115 square meters. Its second floor has a function hall, usually for executive meetings, competitions, and seminars. Recently, Eusebio Hall in its third floor was added also as a function hall. In its first floor, Rizal High School's museum is located.
Built during the administration of the former Mayor Vicente P. This alumni building was recently renovated and its interior improved under the leadership of former Mayor Maria Belen Andaya Eusebio and the Pasig City Council.
As education is a major priority and commitment of the local government of Pasig under the Eusebio administration,
This newly refurbished building was dedicated to the men and women who've been part of RHS Culture of Excellence Achiever in their various fields of endeavor.
As we enter the Rizal High Museum, the first thing that we see is the front desk, There's a record book here that shows the list of remarkable people who have visited the museum.
These are some of the trophies that have been accumulated over the past years by the exceptional Rizalians who have won countless competitions. Lined up in the shelf are the photos of the former faculty members and the staff of Rizal High School from the different departments.
Also found in this museum are documents of former Rizalians as they celebrate different festivities from the past.
There are also school organizations and other extracurricular activities that are part of the service of Rizal High School to help mold the hearts and minds of the Rizalians as well as their leadership.
Another, this museum also have the record of the countless students that have graduated ever since the foundation of Rizal High School. Rizal High School also produces school papers that is written by the students themselves. Of course, Rizal High School also has a rich history, including music. These portraits belong to the people that are considered amongst most remarkable alumni that Rizal High School have ever produced.
Neptali Gonzalez, Sr., Lucio D. San Pedro, Jovito R. Salonga, Don Mariano Melendres, Carlos Botong Francisco, and Rene Sagisan.
While music is one thing, Rizal High School also discovers athletically gifted individuals. And found in the shelves are the trophies that the said athletes won. Although it is somewhat common knowledge to the older generation that resides here in Manila. But Rizal High School used to have these schools as its annexes. Manggahan Annex, Capitolio Annex, Rosario Annex, Sagad Annex, and Pinagbuhatan Annex.
And of course, none of this would have been possible without the guidance of the principals that leads Rizal High School to its current glory.
Starting all the way from Mr. Stewart Laughlin to Mr. Gilbert O. Inocencio.
Being the president of Supreme Student Government and it being the mother organization in the school, it's really hard and there are many challenges and obstacles that I face, especially first when it comes to the expectations that are laid out in front of you as you sit at the position of being the president, and of course all the attitudes, the habits that you have to change in order to comply to what is expected from you as the president of the organization. Now, I think being the president, the most challenging thing is when you get or when you encourage your co-students to participate in the things that you promote. For example, we have events, seminar. It's hard to encourage other students that this thing that we are promoting, the projects that we are making for them are really gonna help them throughout their lives and will really make an impact for them. And of course, the school, Rizal High School, being known as one of the biggest school. In fact, we host roughly 11,000 students. It's hard for one organization. In fact, here in Supreme Student Government, we have 68 officers and members all in all, and to handle all 11,000 students, it's a really complicated, a very hard job. But with dedication, of course, all those obstacles will comply to your accordance. And of course, overcoming them is part of it, diba? Kaya ka nga nandyan sa position na yan because you have something that can overcome all the problems or the obstacles that will face you along the way. The greatest lesson that Rizal High School might have taught me so far is the commitment, the dedication for what you do. And just like what I said earlier, it's not a joke to handle 11,000 students together with your 68 co-members. And being dedicated and being committed to what you do, it's a really big thing kasi especially estudyante ka. So bilang estudyante ka, andyan yung academics mo, and academics, hindi din siya birong bagay. So, kailangan mo mag-focus into two things, academics and your extracurricular activities. Now, there are lots of extracurricular activities that may get the time of other students, pero being in a student council, napaka-serious niyang job to the point that you can't just say, bahala na, pwede na yan. Kailangan lahat planado. So, I think being committed and very dedicated as I am right now, nakuha ko yung big part na yun, being the president of the student council, since of course there are many things that you will face, and through that, as you follow all the steps, dun ka matututo, and that's the best thing you get being the president. In the student council, Supreme Student Government, what we do at the start of our term, we make our members familiarize with the history of the school. Of course, bilang isa kang student leader sa isang paaralan, dapat alam mo kung anong nangyari or kung ano man yung naganap na at nagaganap pa sa paaralan mo. Because there are times na bigla kang ipapatawag, Irish, get your officers, and then i-welcome natin tong visitor na to. And along with that, of course, you have to entertain them. And entertaining them, of course, there are questions asked to you. So what we do is we tell them what we know, and it's very important that you know what you say. Kasi nga, Rizal High School is a very prestigious school, being it is known as a public school. Sobrang kilala nito. And it's good na we have a museum, because itong museum na to, dito namin mas napapadaling i-share kung ano ba yung napakagandang history ng school natin. Kung sino-sino ba yung mga taong nasa likod behind ng success ng paaralan natin and success sa pagpapalabas or pagtuturo sa mga estudyante na sooner or later nagiging very professional.
As Rizal High School Alumni Museum Coordinator or in charge, my challenges in managing this place is one, how to preserve the artifacts presently installed here. Second, maintenance of the cleanliness, since we have one utility in charge in the whole building, in and out. Thirdly is the schedule visit of our visitor when it will be in time of my classes. So how I overcome this? First, the maintenance, the cleanliness was assigned to my young student during their culminating activity, since they have to serve hours or days regarding their culminating activities. So they are volunteered in making this place clean. My schedule regarding the visit of the visit, my superior deload my teaching hour, since I am the youth coordinator. So the scheduled visit was timed during my vacant hours. The present artifacts given to me was coming from Mr. Jose Pueblo. The family and trust in our museum, his diploma, he graduated last March 1934. Also, and the Rizalian during the graduation on April 1967. This is also the time when Mr. Jose Pueblo is the PTA president.
Did you know that the number of students currently enrolled in Rizal High School is approximately 11,000, including both juniors and senior high school students?
Did you know that Rizal High School was once called to be the world's largest high school according to Guinness Book World of Records?
Rizal High School in Pasig Town was cited twice by Guinness as a secondary school with the biggest student population in the world. It was first featured in 1992 when its population was at 16,419, and again in 1993 when its enrollment was at 16,535.
Did you know the two events occurred in the late 1960s and 1970s? First, the teachers were allotted 20 pesos increase in their salary. Second one, during the flag ceremony, as a sign of protest, the graduating students sang only the last stanza of Lupang Hinirang, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Due to their disrespect, they were given a grade of 65 in their department class. Together, teachers and students joined in a rally stating their rights. Both sides won in their respective cases.
Para sa akin, ang tatak Rizalian ay ang pagiging optimistic ng mga estudyante. Dahil kahit nahihirapan na sila sa mga schoolworks nila, nagagawa pa rin nilang umupiti throughout their hardships.
Para sa akin, ang tatak Rizalian ay ang pagiging mahusay sa iba't ibang larangan at aspeto. Halimbawa nito ay ang sports at arts.
Para sa akin, ang tatak Rizalian siguro ay ang pagiging competitive kasi may ibubuga sila sa mga kompetisyon at kaya nilang makipagsabay ng talino at galing sa kanilang mga kakompetensya.
Para sa akin, ang tatak Rizalian ay ang pagkakaroon ng initiative ng bawat mag-aaral dito na may kusang loob na tumulong sa mga nangangailangan.